What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Tough loss to them boys in MSG South, 115 and 113. The Big Cat, 22 points, 15 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, 25 points, 3 rebounds. Knicks get 2 opportunities to tie the game or win it, and they come up short in MSG South Beach. Listen, guys, it's a great game, man. It's a great game altogether. Great game for Deuce, great game for Josh Hart. But this is where we missed the captain. We truly, truly did. What he brings to the table as far as stability when it's winning time is where we miss him. And you saw it. With 5 minutes left in the game, offensively, we were kind of all over the place. That's why they were able to get up by like 10 or 8 with like 5 minutes left, because we didn't have any stability, offensively. Like, we didn't have any cohesion. But that's because it's winning time, and Brunson's used to being a guy with the ball in his hands. And so that kind of hurt tonight. That really did. We missed him a lot tonight. But listen, I thought the supporting cast played great. I mean, it was a great game, guys. It was a great game altogether. From beginning to end, it was like a nail-biter. They won that first quarter 25-20. We won a second quarter 31-30. We won a third quarter 31-28. And the fourth quarter is pretty even, man. This was an even game with two teams who are pretty much fighting for trying to get some type of stability. But honestly, too, we didn't shoot that great from 3, man. We were terrible from 3, 9 for 36, only 25%. And that's pretty much where we lost the game. And they were 40% from 3. We couldn't knock anything there. We couldn't throw it in the ocean, man. And that was pretty much the ball, because we out rebounded them. 49-40. Assists were down. We usually over 30 assists, and we only had 31 tonight. 23 assists. And listen, man, it was a nail biter. But I will say this, right? I will say this. Big Tass, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live. PL, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss for them boys, 115 and 113. Mikal Bridges, 25 points, 5 rebounds. I thought he played great. Let me say this. I'm going to get some pushback from you guys here. But I think what hurt us the most in this game is there's only one all-star out there, right? And it's really, truly up to us and the coaching staff or whomever to establish that, right? Towns is too good of a player. Like, he's not getting enough touches. You got to run more sets. Brunson's not there. So you got to make sure. Now, I get it. Other guys can get off. They can do their thing. Like, it's cool. But he's got to be the focal point. And I felt in the third quarter, he started getting busy. He started getting touches. And then in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, you could tell he's trying to get his rhythm back and stuff like that. But he's just not getting the touches that he should. In the beginning, he should be getting a lot of touches, man. And a lot of touches. And you saw last game, he did, and look what he had. He's getting great touches. He's not getting enough touches in the beginning to where he can get his rhythm. He's an all-star. He's got to play through him. The last 2 shots were boneheaded shots. Look, I understand Deuce had it going, but he's not that guy to do that. He's better coming over screens and knocking down shots. I don't want him trying to facilitate the last shot. I wanted to either put it in Bridges' hands and you run for a set for Cat in the box, or you let him take it from the top of the key. He's a great passer out of there, and you let him do his thing. That's why he's getting paid $60 million. So you got to do that to those guys. Like, you got to make sure the tip ball that they gave to and Deuce got it. Mikal should have been over there, or Deuce should have came over and gave it to him. You got to get the ball out of his hands, because you saw that crazy left-handed shot, right? And then he had the one shot that he shot. And I'm like, dude, Deuce, what are you doing, man? You're not that guy. Like, I get it. You feel like you got a hot hand, cool, but this is not your moment. You got to give it to the guys that are making the bread. Like that. Like, that's what should happen. I get it. It's a free-flowing offense. I get it. But when it's money time, you got to know who needs the ball in their hands. And perfect example, both shots, Deuce missed them both. Towns getting the offensive rebound. I thought it was a goaltending, and it wasn't. I thought we had the loose ball, but then they said we didn't. Right? So we had to do a jump ball. Deuce comes down again and just goes full speed, left-handed layup. We had like 12 seconds. Dogs, calm down, run a play, have somebody come up the top of the key. But see, he's going full speed. He's not used to that moment. Ball game. We are now currently 0-4 on the road. Tough game tonight. I thought this was a game we could have had. Tough one tonight. Big task. Says, I believe what hurt us is not having Brunson in the game. In games like this, you need a clutch player, which is what Brunson is. Big task. I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. We definitely missed him in that moment. But I think you got to go through your all-star, man. You got to go through your all-star. And you got to go through one of your other more complete players, which is Bridges. You got to do that in winning time like that. You got to make sure of that. Yes, Deuce knock down shots. Cool, that's great. But you got to identify in those moments, who do you trust? I trust the ball in Cat's hand. I trust the ball in Bridges' hand. I do. You know, of course, while Brunson's not here. And so to me, that's kind of like what hurt us in that moment. But also too, man, we shot terrible from three, man. We couldn't throw the ball in the water, man, at all. But even with that being said, as bad as we shot, we still could have won this game. Tough game today, man. Tough game. Also, too, guys, I think if I'm looking at the box score, I'm bringing it up for you guys. Guys, we only played basically 7 guys tonight. Bridges played 39 minutes, Shaman 39 minutes, Deuce 39 minutes, Towns 33, Clarkson 26. I thought Clarkson played ball tonight too. Josh played 34. You saw Diawara come in for that 1 minute. Man. You got to give him more minutes, man. Because Yabusele doesn't do anything, man. Nothing. He only played 10 minutes tonight. So coach is going to have to figure this out. He's going to have to kind of play some of these young guys. Like, he can't just be running guys out there, like playing 7. Like, he's going to kind of have to figure that out as far as this lineup goes and what that looks like. He's going to have to do that. Because what I'm seeing here and I'm kind of identifying is you can't go 7 guys, man. You can't go 7 guys. I don't know why he put Diawara in there for that 1 minute. Like, it didn't make any sense. I don't know why that happened. He's got to play more. Especially if you're not going to really play Yabusele like that, right? And you have a young, athletic guy who's tall, can defend, he can move his feet defensively, way better than Yabusele because Yabusele can't even move his feet. And so, that's, to me, that's something that, they got to kind of, really look at here. But, tough loss tonight, man. Tough loss. Let me go through the box score again. Actually, let me share it with you guys, the box score. Hope everybody's doing well tonight, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me tonight. Tough loss for them boys, man. 115 to 113. All right, let me share the screen with you guys real quick. Hope everybody's doing well on this Monday night. Tough loss for them boys. Let me bring up the box score here. Okay. As you see right there, so Cat at 22.7 for 19 for the field, 1 for 7 for 3, 15 boards for him, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, 5 personal fouls. Guys, he gets no calls. None. And for a superstar player, he really gets no calls, no respect. I thought Mitch played well, which Mitch was great. Mitch had 5 points. Made a couple of free throws too, man. Big Mitch. 11 rebounds, man. I think majority of those were offensive rebounds. I'll pull it up to kind of take a look. 18 minutes for him. You saw Mikal. 23 points for him, 9 for 14 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 39 minutes. Shaman, 10 points, 2 for 11, 1 for 7 from 3. He couldn't knock it down either. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 39 minutes. Deuce at 25 tonight, 5 for 12 from 3. He was the only one really knocking it down. 10 for 23 from the field in 39 minutes. But you see Yabusele here, guys. Look, 0 points, 3 rebounds, 10 minutes. Diawara, 0 points, 1 minute, had 1 rebound. Clarkson, who I thought was great, fabulous. He was doing what he wanted out there on the court. He just couldn't knock it down for three. 14.7 for 13 from the field. 0 for 3 from three. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 26 minutes for him. Josh, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists for Josh. But look, 6 turnovers for Josh. That hurt us tonight. We had a lot of turnovers tonight. We had 23. We had 15 turnovers. 15 turnovers, as you guys see it right there. Okay, let's take a look at some more stats, man. Look, man, tough game tonight, man. Tough game. We missed the captain dearly tonight. We missed the captain like big time a lot. So Mitch had 5 offensive rebounds and 6 defensive rebounds. So he was playing really, really well on the glass. But you see the percentage, guys, right? You see that 29 for 36 from 3. And also, too, guys, we got to make our free throws. Look, 18 for 24, 75%. Like, if we make 4 more of those free throws, that's the ball game. We win the game. You know what I'm saying? So that hurts us, too. We got to get better from the stripe, man. We got to get better from the stripe. Let's take a look here at the team stats. So as you see right there, we got them on the offensive boards, 12-7, assists 23-29, steals 7-5, blocks 7-5. Mikal was getting busy on the blocks too. Total turnovers 17, which led to their 17 points, and they had 14, which led to our 24 points. Fast break points 22 to 19, points in the paint 64 to 56. Guys, I thought we were there, man, for the lead, but we don't have a closer, man. We don't have a closer, and that hurts. That hurts in big moments during the game. BQ from BK, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss to them boys, man. Tough loss to them boys, 115 to 113. Tough loss, man. Okay, let me take a look here one more time at the stats. I'm sorry, I'm going to go back here. I was still looking at those. And you see points in the paint, 64 to 56. This was a nip and tuck game, guys. Like you can tell, like we were missing the captain dearly. Like you could tell because offensively, that's where we miss him because we're unable to really get like some type of rhythm offensively. Like we're unable to do that. And so, 1 second. And so with that, it's really, really hard to get a good rhythm at the end and really kind of bring some subtlety, you know what I'm saying, to the game to where things kind of slow down a bit. And you can see that's where we miss Brunson, man. We miss Brunson big time because of that. And that's the toughest part, man. That's the toughest part about this because through that, you're able to kind of see like, oh, man, like, we don't have Brunson here. So how do we really establish this? You know what I mean? How do we establish this? How do we establish, all right, cool, this is how we're going to run our offense. This is what we're going to do. Instead of a bunch of guys getting busy, you got to start there. So you got to use them. And I think that's kind of like what hurt us tonight. Big Task said the Knicks will bounce back. Big Task, listen, I totally agree with you. I agree with you. But, it's one of those tough games, man. It really is. It's really a tough game to the point to where you kind of say to yourself, all right, we got to get some stability offensively. And then also, to stop with the boneheaded turnovers, man. Like, that's like killing us, man. We got to really stop with the turnovers. Because that hurts. That hurts when you turn the ball over like that and you're not able to I don't know, you just get out of rhythm offensively because you're turning the ball over during the stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I thought we had this in the bag, man. Being up 3, we was up 3 with 7 minutes left. We were up 3 with 7 minutes left. And so that's where I mean, like, when you have an all-star like Towns, you gotta pretty much make sure that you're trying to run things through him. And I think that's kind of like where the whole like freelance offense and making guys feel like, I get it. You want to make guys feel like they're important, and it's good. Like, Deuce felt good. He played good. Shaman had a good game last game, and I feel like you need everybody. And that's totally understandable. Like, I totally get that. But I think it's really important to say to yourselves, all right, cool. We're doing that. That's fine. But we got to get this guy going. Because Ware can't check him. He can't. So you got to have it to where you got to let him dominate and let him do him. Let him draw fouls. Let him go to the rack. Let him, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they're using different people to kind of go out there and try to stop him. Zachary Jones, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Tough loss on the boys tonight, 115 to 113. The Big Cat, 22 points, 15 rebounds. Zachary Jones says, you still love Cat? Of course I love Cat, man. Of course I love Cat. Of course I love Cat. Why wouldn't I love Cat? 7 for 19 tonight. Missed a couple of shots. I think, let me say this, Zachary Jones, and I said this earlier. You got to make sure that you're giving him touches early. Like same way he did in the Garden. He's the best player on the court. So you got to make sure that he's getting his touches. You can't have it to where it's 3 or 4 times down the court and it's like no one's looking to give him the ball. You got to get him in a rhythm. Get him in a rhythm. Once you do that, then you kind of start seeing him. Now, okay, is that going to avoid him, with those dumb fouls? No. But what I'm saying is offensively, you needed that punch, which he gives. If Cat is scoring anywhere, if he's scoring like 28 points, 29 points, you win this game. Right? And that's where he's got to be. Like, in order for you to have a chance of winning, he's got anywhere between 29 to 30-something points until Brunson gets back. That's where he's got to be. Zach says his decision-making down the stretch was horrible. But he didn't shoot the shots, Zach. He was going up. He was going up. He was get the offensive rebound, put it back up. So that means let him just throw up threes with 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, you mean the other shots that he was making, that he was shooting and stuff like that? Listen, valid point. But I think that's a guy trying to get in the rhythm of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying, but I think if he gets in a rhythm early, Zach, right, he's getting touches and stuff like that, he knocks that down. He's proven it numerous times. But if he's not getting in a rhythm, if it's not starting early to where he sees the ball going through the net, he's knocking down a couple of threes, he's doing it because things are running through him, then you're going to see a different guy. He's going to struggle. Right? So he's the star player on the team right now. But Brunson's not there, so he's the other all-star. So you got to make him the focal point. You got to make sure he's getting his touches. This Grover says Cat has such poor coordination, not just for a big man, but for a human being. Yeah, listen, this Grover, I agree with you. Listen, this Grover, I think he's got size. What size shoe does he wear? 28 or something crazy like that? He can barely move, man. He's rolling around in rowboats and shoes. You know what I'm saying? He can barely move his feet, man. That's why he's like kind of like lumbering and bumbling, stumbling. He was a size 20, man. He was a size 20 shoe. I mean, dude, that's insane. He was a size 20 shoe. Listen, no excuse. I'm not saying, I'm just saying that, That's what was says, he's uncoordinated. Zach says this might be an overreaction, but we can't win a championship with Cat. Ooh, I have to disagree with you there, sir. I think we can. He's that good of a player, man. He's that good of a player. Yeah, you don't understand how well he played for us last year. I mean, he was starting center for the East last year. I mean, he's a hell of a ball player. But Zach, like, understand this too. He's an unselfish player to where at times he can be he can hurt his team. So you got to make it to where, we need you to start getting busy. Like, we need you to start cooking, especially a guy like Ware. He can't check you. We need you to establish Brunson's not here. So we need you to get him anywhere between 22 to 25 shots. That's what we need. Deuce shot the ball 23 times tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he got busy. I'm not saying that, but Cat's got to be taking more of those shots. He's come up huge in moments for us. Let's not talk about the step back in the playoffs last year, or that fall away in the playoffs. I mean, come on, man. Listen, we know who he is and how good of a player he is. So you got to make sure. I'll put it to like this: I trust him in those moments more than Deuce. Right? So that should be no question. But we better trust him more, right? He's getting $60 million a year. Zach says 0 for 4 on the road hurts. Now listen, Zach, it definitely does. It definitely does. Definitely. Listen, it's a tough loss, man. Tough loss. Tough loss, man. Tough loss, but we miss Brunson though, man, don't we? Don't we miss the captain? We miss him, man, here badly. We miss him badly, man. We do. And you could just see it towards the end of the game. Guys are unsure what to do. And I think that's where we're really missing the captain. But we do have a guy that can knock down big shots in Cat. You got to establish him early, man. You got to establish him early. That's just what it is. You got to establish him early. You got to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me go back in here really quick. Trying to pull up some stuff here. Disgrover says, at least we've just said it. Disgrover, listen, agreed. Like, I totally agree with you on that. Definitely defending home court. But we got to start getting some of these road wins. We got to start getting this. You know what I mean? But also, too, man, like, you guys are okay with him going 7, like, only 7 guys? Like, I don't know why he's not playing Diawara. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if my thing is, if you're not going to really play Yabusele like that, if you're just not, and Yabusele's just going to play a couple of minutes here and there, because Yabusele didn't even play the first half. He didn't play in the first half. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? My thing is that if you don't really trust in the guy, I love the fact that he brought Diawara in, and I thought he looked fine. I mean, he contested a shot, got a rebound, was pushing the ball up, like, and then before you know it, he was on the bench. I'm like, yo, wow. You know what I'm saying? Zach Jones says this game was on Cat and on Mike Brown. Okay. Zach Jones. I kind of understand why you think it's on Cat because of what you stated, but why is it on Mike Brown? Please elaborate on that. Because I think Mike Brown's been doing a great job. I don't think it's on Mike Brown, but I want to hear from you why you feel that it's on him. But guys, I thought it was a great game, man. I thought it was a great game. You're gonna have nail biters like this during the season. You're gonna have nail biters like that during the season. But I just think that when it's a close game like that, you got to go to your stars, man. You got to go to your stars. You can't kind of rely on like Deuce to try like he doesn't deserve that yet. You know what I mean? Like, I like Deuce, but he doesn't deserve that yet, man. He doesn't. And you got to go to your guys, man. You got to go to your guys who you know and you trust. All right, so let's listen to Mike Brown here.
Really hard.
This is what Mike Brown has to say about tonight's game. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. It's truly appreciated on this Monday night. Tough loss from the boys, 115 and 113 in MSG South. First game of this 5-game road trip. All right, let's hear from the head coach, guys.
Man, what a game. I thought for the most part, both teams played really hard. I thought tonight, we didn't touch the paint and spread as much. They did a good job staying with our shooters throughout the course of the night, but it allowed us to get to the rim at times and finish offensively. There was a little stretch there in the fourth where we didn't really execute. We were playing out of our drag and getting some good looks even against their zone, and then we kind of went away from it. We got pretty stagnant or stationary with it instead of just let the domino, coming off the initial action and then let the dominoes fall however they may fall. So we got to do a better job making sure that we continue to execute throughout the course of the game. And then, I thought in the first half we got a little sideways with the officials, and even into the second half at the beginning. But our guys did a great job of refocusing and just trying to go win the game. I didn't help them out. It was a bad challenge that I did. I got to be better just as much as I'm telling those guys to be better. It was a bad challenge just from the simple fact that I couldn't help them in the second half with it because I had blown it in the first half. So I have to be better in that area. We as a team have to be better with our execution, especially in tight ball games. Throughout the course of 48 minutes. And then, at the end of the day, we have to leave the officials alone. But our turnovers hindered us a little bit. Our transition, especially in the first half, wasn't great. And a lot of it was due to our turnovers, which we cleaned up a little bit better in the second half. But, at the end of the day, most of the looks from the 3-point line, I'll take any day of the week. They were good looks by a couple of our guys, and we usually knock those down. They didn't go in today.
Good breakdown by the coach. Good breakdown. Hey guys, did you guys see that? Why did Josh get a tech on that? Like, I don't even know why he got a tech on that. I just know that he didn't get fouled. He ran down the court. He was on the opposite side of the court. So I have no idea what the ref might have heard or what Josh could have said on the opposite side of the court to where the ref heard him and called a timeout. Gave him a tech. Like, I did not understand that, but Josh didn't seem too bothered by it. He kind of was like, I guess he knew he said something because he kind of smiled a little bit. So he probably did say something that was probably a little ill, right, to the ref. So that kind of hurt too. Okay, so Zach Jones says a 7-man rotation and got to draw up something better for the last play. Why is Deuce shooting? Yeah, see that, Zach. I mentioned that earlier, right? I agree with that. Like, I agree with that. Like, you gotta, like, for that tip ball, like, you gotta make sure. Like, Deuce should not be taking the last. He took the last shot both times. Like, I don't care how hot he is. Like, that's not his role. So that's where you gotta help him help himself. Like, you gotta be like, yo, get the ball out of your hands. I don't want that Mikal come around. So if he sees it, he should be screaming something. Kel. Kel should be rolling behind Deuce coming off of that. Deuce should be giving him a dribble handoff because I trust Mikal with that fadeaway 15-foot money. I trust him more with that. Or you give it to Cat, top of the key, make a move, step back, fall away. I trust him more with that than Deuce giving a left-handed runner. Like, I just didn't agree with that shot. So that is a good point on your part. This Rover says, man, I feel like Tyler and Ariel would have helped our team out tonight. You know what, this Grover? That's a great point. And I think there's a good place where you are right. I think Kohler could have came in, could have gave some solid minutes, especially that second unit. I thought he could have came in. I thought Akporte could have gave some good minutes also. I like that. Here's my question to you guys. Like, I don't know why he's not doing it. Why do you think he's not doing? Excuse me. He doesn't have Cat out there with Mitch at the end of games. Do you think that's because of the foul issues with Mitch, and meaning he doesn't want Mitch to get fouled and knock down free throws? Like, what is it? Because to me, you should go to that double big lineup in a moment like that, right? So that's some kind of like makes me kind of like I don't know why. Like, I would rather do that because at least you got two bigs in there who can get offensive rebounds. Mitch can get offensive rebound, can kick it out, and someone can knock down an open three like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. maybe it's the whole, hack and Mitch type of thing. Is that maybe why he doesn't do that? So, but this Grove, I do like the idea of Tyler Kolek and Akporte out there today. Like I think that could, but but once again, he plays 7 guys. I don't know why. That's one thing I disagree with him here. Zach says, yes, I agree, man. I wanted Mikel to shoot. Yeah, man. He had a great night tonight. At least in mid-range. What I mean is this. You want a guy in a situation like that who's a savvy vet that's been in moments like that before. Or you want to give it to your star. But you don't want Deuce. Like he's just not that. Like, I don't care how hot of a night he's had. In money time, he's just not the guy for that. And so I thought, yeah, to your point, he could have draw up something better than that. This was Tyler helps keep the ball moving, which is one of our problems tonight. Disgrover, listen, great point, man. That's a great point. I think this could have been a moment for him to kind of come in and play. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. And because you're shorthanded, you're gonna have to go and extend it to the bench a little bit more because guys shouldn't be playing 40 minutes. There's no need to. Not now. Not during this year. So I do agree with that. I do agree with that. This Rover says we're reverting back to the Tibbs ball. Yeah, you mean this Grover? You mean regarding what? Regarding like him not going too far into the bench? Is that what you mean? Like we're reverting back to that, like him not going into the bench more? Is that what you're saying? Zach says I agree. Mitch needs to be in the game. Yeah, man. I don't know why he's not doing the double big lineup in big moments like that. I don't know why he's not doing that. I don't know why he's not. I mean, it could be me, man. I don't know, but I just think that it's going to benefit. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the offensive boards and money time. Like I think it's gonna help out in that aspect. So I don't really know why that wasn't the case. Because listen, Mikel had a great night, man. 23 points, 9 for 14 from the field. He had it going. All right, so look, here he goes. He's talking about it now. Let's see. He's talking about it now. What I just talked about Mitch. He's talking about it now. Let's bring up the coach now. Talk about because I don't know, man. I think you got to kind of have him up there, but I think he is still monitoring Mitch's minutes. You know what I'm saying? So let's hear from the coach, man. Hear what he's saying. All right, cool. All right, 1 second. He talks about it here, guys. Make sure that volume's up. Okay.
What are you at with Mitch's minutes restriction stuff? Like I know he only had 18 or something today. Where what's the limit at this point?
Yeah, no, it's increased. It's gone up 3 times. And again, it's all part of the load management thing, and so it's not necessarily a restriction. It's just continuing the process with our load management. So it's going up. He could play 20-something minutes. I threw Yabu in the game because Cat picked up early foul trouble, and Yabu was playing well. And so I didn't go back to Mitch because of it, but he's definitely in the 20s.
Well, it's the whole load management thing. I mean, he's mentioning now. Listen, man, they really want to monitor Mitch, man. They want to monitor him and get him ready for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the push is. But my biggest concern with this, my biggest issue, is just that we need him. We need him in to get on that glass. In key moments, like we need him. You know what I'm saying? And so that's like my biggest concern. And so that's I hear the coach, but then I don't hear him, right? Because my thing is like we got to get this guy out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because we need him on the glass. We need him to block shots. Like he's such a big factor that I don't know, man. I don't know. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Tough loss to them boys in MSG South, man. 115 to 113. Mikal Bridges, 25 points, 5 rebounds. Ergin says, LV, man, we need to start winning road games. Also, play some of the young guys to develop their skills. Listen, Eric Green, we were just talking about that. Of course, tough loss. We got to win these road games. Agreed. But yes, he's got to go deeper into the bench. I don't want to see these guys playing 39 minutes. Like there's no need for that. I think you can. Listen, look. If you can find a way to give Yabusele 10 minutes, you can find a way to give, Kolick some minutes. You can find a way to give Diawara some minutes. Definitely Akporte. Like you could find a way to give those guys minutes. I would love to see Akporte next to Cat. You got size down there. You got some type of guy to kind of be a distraction there to block shots, just to do whatever. But he's a big body. I would rather that than I mean, he just said Yabusele played. I didn't see it. I didn't see Yabusele playing well at all. You know what I'm saying? The source says both benches and the stagnant ISO plays. Agreed. Yeah, they didn't have many assists today. They only had 23 assists. So it was obviously kind of like a very stagnant game, like you mentioned. You know what I mean? We weren't really. I don't know, man. But this Grover, this is where once again, right? We missed the captain. Like we really truly miss him because you could see the offense now. Once again, if Cat is getting touches in the beginning, it looks better because now they got to worry about him. But if they're not worried about Cat because the Knicks aren't really showcasing him, you're giving him touches here and there. But he's got to be a threat all the time when he's out there. Brunson is a threat all the time. So that's why it opens up the offense. Cat's got to be able to do that, but only you got to start early with that, man. You start early with that. The reason why Shamit did what he did last game and our offense did what he did is because what Cat did in the beginning. So you got to establish him. You got to. Eric Green says, that's what I mean about minutes played, especially in a back-to-back situation. Yeah, Eric Green, I don't understand that. Like, I think it's a time to where you can give these guys good, solid minutes. I mean, definitely Kolick. We need a backup point guard, somebody to kind of facilitate. But I think those guys I think they played their way out of the rotation, man. Which stinks. But I think Akporte too. I love Diawara, man. I don't know. He put him out there for 1 minute. I thought he looked good. He's moving around like he's active. His arms are long. Like you can see him in the passing lane. He contested a good three. He can move his feet. Got a good rebound. Start pushing the ball up. You know what I mean? Like you got to kind of get him. Let him get his feet wet. Because I like what I see from the kid. But I thought this was a good opportunity to play a Kolick and an Akporte, similar to what my man Disrover said, to give them some minutes, considering, you're down some guys. Also, two guys, listen. They said OG Anunoby, right? He's going to be back in 2 weeks or reevaluated in 2 weeks. Guys, listen, he's not going to be back for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. I'm telling you right now, these hamstrings are no joke, especially with a guy like him who suffers from hamstring problems. He had issues like that back in Toronto. That was the biggest issue why people feel like they didn't want to give him that money because they know that's what he struggles with. He's not going to be back because, all right, guys, look, when they say reevaluate, and this is why I say a month, reevaluate in 2 weeks means they want to see where he's at. They still got to get him back to basketball speed and conditioning. So he's going to be working out for another week. That's 3 weeks. How many weeks in a month? 4. So really, they're going to want to see where he's at. I don't think for 2 weeks he's doing any basketball stuff. He's not doing any basketball activities. OG's not doing none of that. So he's still got to get back in shape, right, guys? Right? I'm just being honest, right? So he's still got to get back in shape. So that's going to take another week or two. Then you want to make sure he's okay. Then you want, you don't want to rush him back. So that's a month and another week. So like I said, that's why I said a month and a half, maybe 2 months. He's going to be out with that hamstring. Hamstrings are no joke. And he's a guy that, he gets hurt. He ain't rushing back. Remember the situation with the elbow? He was out for like 2 months with that. The bone spurs, that's when he just got here. You know what I'm saying? So This is going to be some time. So you're going to have to use some of those kids because we have no wing depth, guys. We have no wing depth. So that's kind of like something that's going to have to be established. And he's going to have to use some of those guys, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see. Oh, guys, you saw let me see something here. I'm going to show you something here really quick, guys. I'm going to show you something. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. It's truly appreciated. Truly appreciate you guys coming rock with me on this Monday night. Tough loss to the boys at MSG South Beach. But I think we got reinforcements coming. It's highlights of the captain. Pipe, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rock with LV Live, man. Listen, if you can, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. Please come through and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you coming through rocking with me. So, guys, look, this is the captain warming up. The captain is loading. There he is. Looks good. Subtle movements. You see Mike Breen in the back talking to Patrick Ewing. So the captain's warming up. He looks good, guys. He looks good. Still got to get his rhythm in, you know what I'm saying? But that's, you see how, like, he's, like, working out and stuff like that. OG Anunoby's not going to be doing that for weeks, guys. He's not going to be doing that for weeks. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like, it's going to take him a while to come back. Brunson probably going to be ready. I don't think he's going to be ready next game, probably the game after. Let's say Dallas. Or maybe they might not rush him. Let's say he's back for Brooklyn. I think he's back for Brooklyn. He looks good, though, man. He's moving good. He was on the bench tonight. You know what I'm saying? He ready to go, man. He ready to go. You can look. He's chomping at the bit. Getting them shots up. He looks good, man. He looks good. He's moving around. What say you guys? When do you guys think he's coming back? I think he comes back Brooklyn. I don't think they're going to rush him back too soon. You know what I'm saying? But we miss him, man. We need him back ASAP, especially for clutch moments. It looks like Brunson. This over says it's going to be BK, man. Our next game, right? If so, then I agree. Right. Listen, this Grover, they're not going to rush him back. This Grover. I think he's going to go because we got Orlando, right? Then Dallas, right? And then we are in Brooklyn. I'm from correct, right? Let me pull up the schedule and make sure I got that correct. Yeah, we got so we got Dallas next. Dallas next. I don't know why I thought we had Orlando. That's so ill how they do travel, right? Because you're still in Florida. Why wouldn't they just go to Orlando, then go to Dallas? Why would you go to Dallas, then shoot back to Florida? That doesn't make any sense travel wise. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? I don't handle travel for the league. You know what I'm saying? This Rover, yes. This Rover, thank you. Yes, Dallas first, then Orlando. Agreed. Adam Silver made the call. Yeah, man. This Rover, it's ill, man. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever at all. At all, it doesn't make any sense. But the captain looks good, man. The captain looks good. He's warming up. You know what I'm saying? I think he looks good. You know, so we got to see exactly, you know, when he's gonna come back. I don't think it's going to be. I wouldn't bring him back against Orlando anyway. You know, that's where he got hurt. You know what I mean? They're dirty players anyway. You know, like I don't trust some guys at all. Okay, let me see something here. It's Mike Brown. I think Mike Brown's talking about Brunson here. I'm gonna bring that up to you guys. Okay, here we go. All right, so a reporter asked him, actually it was Steve Popper, asked him about what he thought about Brunson. So let me pull that up for you guys. Okay, here we go.
Just we saw Jalen on the court before the game going through his drills. Are you optimistic that he's good for Wednesday? And also, would he be nice to have the clutch player of the year in a game in the final minute like that?
You know, it's always nice to have a guy like that. But in terms of being optimistic, I mean, I was back in the back with our guys. So you tell me, what's he look like out there? He look good? Okay. I'll take your word for it. All right. Thank you, guys.
Wow. So what do you guys think, man? Based on that, that sounds like he might be back next game, man. Based on that, what do you guys think? You think he comes back next game? You know, I mean, that was a pretty optimistic statement by the coach, right? But he said to the guy, he said, well, you know, he says, you know, how'd he look? Like, yo, come on, man. You know how he looked. I'm sure he let you know he's smiling. Like, you know, I was in the back with the guys. So he seemed pretty optimistic about having Brunson back. Because we need him, guys. We need him. Listen, and the reason why I say we need him is because, as you see, we struggle at the end of games, and that's where he's. Let's be honest. That's where he's the best in the league at, right? He's the best in the league at that. So, you know, for us, that's what we want regarding him, right? We need somebody to come in for that. Look at this. Grover says, rather not rush him back. Hey, listen, Disc Grove, I agree with you, man. I agree with you, but Disc Grove, I'll put it to you like this. If Brunson is saying I'm ready to go, are you going to trust him? And the doctor say he's good, are you going to put him in? If the player is saying I'm ready, and the doctor says he's good, are you going to play him? Because you know he's chomping at the bit to play. You know he's ready to go. Right? So he's been off how many games now? What's this? 2 games, which is technically 4 days, 4 to 5 days. Because they travel, right? So they don't play again until, let me pull up the schedule. Pull up the schedule for you guys right now. Because they said he's day to day, right, guys? They said he's day to day. So here's the schedule, guys. So the next game is Wednesday. So they travel. So he'll be off. When did he get hurt? Last Wednesday? Last Wednesday he got hurt, right? Because it wasn't a back-to-back. So he's been off for a week now, right? Wednesday makes a week. Yo, he might be ready, man. He might be ready to go. I'm just throwing it out there to you guys. I think he might be ready to go. This shows is either Orlando or BKJB comes back. If he comes back this Grove, I'd rather be against Brooklyn. Because Orlando's going to try to hurt him, man. They're dirty like that. Especially Desmond Bane. All them dudes, like they're grimy, man. They're grimy ball players. Because they're not good enough skill-wise, so they try to get dirty with you to kind of, you know what I'm saying? And so if he's just coming back from the ankle, they're going to try to test that ankle out. With this Grove, both of them play dirty. Yo, agreed, man. Agreed. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back Wednesday to the Grove. Plays against Dallas, back at home, right? Team that drafted him. Play in front of Jason Kidd. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back, man. Based on how the coach sounded, I would not be surprised. Now, if it's up to LV, I'll bring him back for Brooklyn. But I don't know this Grover. That what the coach said and the way the captain was warming up. I think he might be ready to go. All right, listen, guys, that's my show. Listen, tough loss tonight, man. Tough loss. No one get upset. We're 8-5 on the year. It's okay. The captain is right there. He's ready to come back. He comes back, I think we'll be good to go. OG Anobi won't be back for a while. So that gives, to me, more guys opportunities to play, right? So let's see Mike Brown or kind of push for or kind of put it out there in the universe for Mike Brown to kind of extend the bench and play a lot of the young guys, man, because I think we're going to need it. All right, listen, tough loss on the boys tonight in MSG South, 115 and 113. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with the LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button, people. Also, too, if it's your first time coming through rocking with me, please subscribe to my channel. Also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, that's my show. I'm LV Live. I'll be going live Wednesday to talk about the Orlando Magic game. Dallas Mavericks game. Dallas Mavericks game. So please come through and check that out. All right, people, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.